And I will come off for a second and switch to Skip's presentation. Any questions in the meantime? No? Skipperoo, you're ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. I'll get yours up right now.
Okay.
All righty.
So here we go. So first of all, I'm going to thank everyone and dealing with the COVID virus and all that, and hope everyone is safe and happy. And this is an epidemic that's changing the world. And there's two other ones that are going to change the world: the nitrogen on our water and the garbage, to reduce garbage by zero waste management. So as far as we have to start recycling all our kitchen scraps and get to that level, because we're going to have a problem on Long Island. So again, thank you for that. First, when we want to talk about organics, first we got to talk about synthetics, because the nitrogen's fertilizer is a high-end nitrogen, and 60 to 80% of the nitrogen in a high nitrogen fertilizer goes right into the water. It leaches right through the system. In Suffolk County, the law is stated that April 1st is when all landscapers can put down fertilizer. Well, now, if you look at the history of how our environment has been changing, April has been a rainy April, cold as hell, which we've just gone through, and May is no different. So we've already had 4 inches of rain in April and 2 inches of rain in May. And all these guys put down their synthetic fertilizers in April 1, which I saw all the flags go out on their signs. They're happy as a log. They're just generating more grass clippings to put back into a dump somewhere. So I recommend that we try to look to Suffolk County to change that date to May 15th, because that's when Mother Nature wakes up. Also in April, the roots of the grasses are not vibrant, they're not really accepting anything, and all this, it's all leaching into the groundwater, and that's our problem. So then, stating that 90 and 60% of the nitrogen is leaching is stated from Elaine Ingham, Dr. Elaine Ingham, and Harvey Smith, a professor, and other professors have stated the facts that the nitrogen, just don't use high nitrogen fertilizers. Just you're wasting more of it. It's just going into the groundwater, and that I forgot my train of thought. But anyway, so the weather pattern has changed. So that I say that we should put down our fertilizers in May 15th. So we should go to legislative of Suffolk County and try to promote to change that law to May 15th, because it just makes more sense that Mother Nature wakes up then and we can make things happen. As far as crabgrass is concerned, I've been studying crabgrass for 20 years, and May 5th is when crabgrass comes in the two-leaf stage. And this year, it's just starting to come out now. So May 15th or May 20th I just saw crabgrass coming in a two-leaf stage. As far as corn gluten is concerned, back in the day, they did use corn gluten, but it was a high nitrogen thing. And all the landscapers, the chemical guys said, oh, you're putting down 2 pounds of N per 1,000 square feet. That's no good. But now they revived it and has a liquid form. And I have pictures showing that it works. Okay, so as far as crabgrass is concerned. Here's me at my golf course. This is just putting down compost on golf courses. If you want to start through in the slides, we'll go through that. So okay. Next. This is Long Island compost. I extended a fairway at Cherry Valley, 40 yards, using Long Island compost as the media to grow the grass. Next slide. This is it as I graded it out and was done. Next. Here is the line. On the right side, you see organic compost. On the left side, native soils. And then you see on the right, a more livelier, greener. And on the left, you see disease and less green. So compost works. It's just as simple as that. Next. Here you go. You have your tool here that the root zone is down 1.5 feet there. So again, it works. It's just more examples of it works. Next. Here's the one that mycorrhizae is the most amazing microbe in the soil because it has a symbiotic relationship between the root and the root hair and the soil and the whole soil structure of the soil. The plant excretes sugars from photosynthesis and puts 50% of the sugars back down into the soil to develop mycorrhizae. Then the mycorrhizae go out and mine, nitrogen, phosphorus, whatever. So it works hand in hand. And when you put synthetic fertilizers down, you stop this whole process. You burn the hell out of the whole system. And that's why this 4-step program, whoever they are, you know why they need 4 steps? Because they burnt the microbes the first time, so they have to continue using synthetics to keep the green lawn. Whereas if you have compost and compost teas and mycorrhizae working for you, you don't need the fertilizer. Next. Next slide, please. We stuck here? Hello? Oh. So that's, I think, pretty basic.
Field.
The other thing that I mentioned is that, okay, here's where I use the corn gluten, and on the left side, you see where the patches of, that's crabgrass on the right. On the left is where I put the material down in a circular pattern, and you can see how it has not let it go. It's prevented the crabgrass. So corn gluten does work. There's a liquid corn gluten now that you can get in the market. I forgot the name of it off the hand. But yes, next slide. Any more slides, Beth?
Baseball stadium dollar spot.
Here's the dollar spot.
Yep.
Yeah. That's just showing you that one. Yeah. So next slide. Oh, here's a, if there's any landscapers out there who are listening, this is a great tool to, I see it's a great tool to put out compost. Several of my fellow organic landscapers have this particular equipment. Next slide. Planters 2 is a beautiful mineral rock dust. It does well for microbes in the soil, and Long Island Biogreens have it available for them. Also, I have also developed 4 different fescues that I put together with John at All Pro that I have. It's called Skip Wade Mix that I use on my front lawn. And it requires no irrigation at all. It's going to be green all year long, and you just have to cut it higher. But you have to put it down heavy, and you have to probably do 2 applications, maybe spring and fall, to establish. Here is me at Cherry Valley doing the composting of the kitchen scraps 25 years ago. So this is where we have to get to. This is the next step on Long Island to save Long Island is one of this situation right here. Next. Well, here is my 10-year study at what I gave my lecture at the National Convention on the reduction of pesticides. Insecticides, I went down from 400 in the beginning to almost, it's about 50 pounds tops on the whole golf course. Herbicides, again, going down, and fungicides going down. So this is a long time ago. I've done it. I know how to do it. So we can do it. And this weed and feed stuff, I mean, if you had two weeds on your lawn and you put a whole bag on, it just doesn't make sense to me. Next slide. Also, when I was at the conference in December at the Landscape Gardeners Association in out east, Dr. Frank Rossi said to the landscapers flat out, aerating and thatching of lawns is useless. Don't do it. But everybody does it, and they charge people for it. But it's just a moneymaker for people. It makes no sense, biology or economically. It just makes no sense. Here again is my total deduction in pesticides. It's just what I accomplished in a 10-year study that I did there. I think that's basically it. If there's any other questions you would want to know or whatever, just email me. Or again, some people say things as they are and say why. I dream of things that never were and say why not. That's been my motto a long time. Here again is Elaine Ingham and Dr. Smith, Harvey Smith. These guys, they have videos. They're so knowledgeable. And here's my mixture of my seeds that I've created to develop a lawn. If I recommend to redo a lawn, I'd go in with 6-inch of compost, 4-inch of compost, and this mix. Get it established. You don't need a sprinkler system. It will grow fine. And you don't need no fertilizer either. So thank you very much. I think that's it.
Okay, thanks. I'll stop sharing.